What is going on, everybody? My name is Keenan Costain, and welcome back to another episode of Hornets Recaps. And on today's episode, we'll be discussing the Charlotte Hornets victory over the Sacramento Kings, 117 to 109. And without further ado, let's go over the box score and stats throughout this game. Alright, so taking a look at the scores for the Charlotte Hornets last night, LaMelo Ball with 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 for 22 from the field, 6 for 13 from 3. Nipple had 24 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 for 15 from the field, 5 for 8 from 3. And Brandon Miller with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 for 15 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. For the Sacramento Kings, DeMar DeRozan with 39 points, 17 for 22 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, and 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds and 6 assists in this game. Nick Clifford with 18 points, 7 for 16 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3, along with 4 rebounds, 8 assists. And Precious Achiuwa with 14 points, with 8 rebounds and 2 assists in this game. Taking a look at the team stats, you had the Charlotte Hornets shooting a 45.6% to the Sacramento Kings 54.2%. And the reason why Sacramento shot this well is that their three-point percentage was only 32% to the Hornets 47.5%. So a lot of two-point shots for the Sacramento Kings. Their free throw percentage was not even close, at 94.1% for the Hornets to 78.6%. The total rebounds once again being won by the Hornets with 41 total rebounds to the Sacramento Kings 35. The offense rebounds 13 to 8. Defense rebounds 28 to 27. The Hornets winning that one. The assists with 29 to 24 Charlotte. To the blocks 6 to 1 Sacramento. The steals 8 to 6 Charlotte. The turnovers 14 to 13 to the Sacramento Kings holding the fewest. Points off those turnovers 24 to 15. So Sacramento having the edge in that one. Fast break points 14 to 5. Points in the paint 56 to 44. Again, a lot of 2-point shots for the Sacramento Kings. Not much of a 3-point shooting team. Points per possession 1.16 for the Charlotte Hornets, 1.15 for Sacramento. Personal fouls 18 to 12. The largest lead for the Charlotte Hornets with 12 points, and the Sacramento Kings only had a 9-point lead. So my Hornets player of the game belongs to Miles Bridges with 26 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 11 for 15 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. Miles Bridges, a much needed game. And to answer the question and the title, is it a much needed game? Oh, absolutely, it is. Miles Bridges putting up a great performance throughout the starting lineup as well, which we'll get to in the third section of this video. Miles Bridges doing what he needs to do and getting to the rim, getting to the paint, and making his shots and doing it well. So Miles Bridges, what can you say? 11 for 15 from the field. Once again, as I read just a second ago, for this game, Miles Bridges did his thing. So Miles Bridges putting up great numbers throughout the starting lineup, and Miles Bridges is your Hornets player of the game. So what are my thoughts during this game that took place in Sacramento last night? Well, with the Charlotte Hornets getting off to a pretty good start in this game and was able to build up a gap a little bit in the first quarter, but Sacramento was able to get on a run throughout the first quarter, and it turns out the Sacramento Kings was able to take the lead throughout the first quarter. Coach Charsley was looking for a really good start, but in my opinion, I thought it was a good start, but not good enough for the Charlotte Hornets. So it was a pretty good start for them, but not good enough. Now, throughout the second quarter, the Hornets were able to build a little bit of a gap where they were able to get on a couple runs of their own, and the Kings were able to hang around as well, making it a 3-point game for the Charlotte Hornets heading into halftime, and the Hornets were able to get on a run throughout the second half. So they've been a really good second half team with Miles Bridges playing well And no Grant Williams in this game, no Ryan Carpenter in this game, and no T-John Salon in this game either. So Xavier Tillman and Miles Bridges definitely had to step up in Grant Williams and Ryan Carpenter's absence throughout this game. So that was much needed indeed. And for the Sacramento Kings, there was no Russell Westbrook, no Domantas Sabonis, no Malik Monk, no DeAndre Hunter, no Zach LaVine, and no Keegan Murray. So there was only 7 or 8 guys that suited up for the Sacramento Kings last night, and DeMar DeRozan doing his thing. And he's been doing it ever since he got into the league with his mid-range shot. He's able to get to the rim, convert in ones into 3-point plays, going to the free throw line and making all of his free throws count and matter for the Sacramento Kings. And when it came to the third quarter, the Hornets were able to build a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter to make it a 90-85 game. And the Hornets were able to make a couple more runs of their own, but it was late in the fourth. The Kings tried to make one last push very late, but the Hornets were able to execute down the stretch. And LaMelo Ball in the first quarter. Let me go back to the first quarter with LaMelo Ball. He had 13 to 14 points and started off great and played his best game, and I would say in a very long time. And despite the fact that he struggled last game, this is a shot in the arm that LaMelo needed. And since we were shorthanded, a little shorthanded as well, that being the Hornets, LaMelo Ball did his thing, putting up a 30-piece in this game. So LaMelo Ball doing a great job shooting the ball and making the right plays when it actually matters. And also with Conkin shooting 11 for 15 from the field definitely helps the offensive stretch and was able to get 5 3-point shots made. So adding up to that total of 3-pointers made in a season, I believe it's 232 at this point. So I will put a note in this video at some point during this. So Conkin once again putting up great numbers and building up that 3-point field goals made. Now the starting five is now 22-4 on the year with LaMelo Ball, Conkin Miles Bridges, and Brandon Miller, Musa Diabate in the starting lineup. Again, putting up a pretty decent overall victory, but that should have been a pull away game in my opinion with the amount of players that have been out for Sacramento. And anything can happen in the NBA, as my friends would say over text messages. And it was a good overall victory and making it 2 in a row going into the next one. So that'll do it for another episode of Hornets Recaps. Again, my name is Keenan Costain, and if you like what you see, feel free to give it a like, subscribe down below for more. And the next game will take place at San Antonio on Amazon Prime Video on Saturday, March 14th. This is the last game, which is game number 4 of a 4-game road trip. And we'll see what happens if the Hornets can make it on 3 in a row and get another winning streak going. And this is going to be a tough task for the Charlotte Hornets if they want to get this done. A really, really good San Antonio Spurs team at the top of the Western Conference. And until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya. Bye.